Hello everybody.
Hello.
Just like to say actually a quick apology. We've been a bit sort of lax with our videos lately. We've been very busy. It's been a tough month for us, August. But we're sort of getting back into the swing of things. So yes, apologies for lack of videos, but here we are with this one. Sorry, over to you.
Today we're looking at Factory Funner. This is a 1 to 5 player game. It is a tile laying puzzle, think Tetris-y type game. Is it Factory Funner or is it Factory Fail? Let's find out.
Well, there was a prequel to this. I don't know if you know this, called Factory Fun.
Oh.
And this is supposedly
This is meant to be
funner. More fun.
Okay.
Well, anyway, so yeah, this is designed by don't really know his name, Corne van Morcels.
Apologies for the mispronunciation.
Yeah. So let's explain quickly how it works. This game then. So you've got a factory floor.
Your own personal one, isn't it? Like a
yeah.
like a
So yeah,
solitaire?
it's like a solitaire game, really. This game. You've got your own factory floor, and you've got 4 coloured vats, reservoirs of fluid that you feed machines with, and then you've got 3 collection reservoir vats that you collect fluids with, and you use those to supply and collect from machines that you select randomly from the pile. That works in a certain way. And then you connect these machines using various bits of pipe that are available to you, and you score accordingly. So
Sounds simple.
it sounds very simple, and it kind of is. The concept is, but the the actual delivery of that concept, very tough.
And get a bit complicated.
So you take a stack of tiles, depending on the number of players. So for a 2-player game, it's 8 tiles. I think it might be 8 tiles each, actually, no matter how many playing. But you've got 2 stacks of 8, and you shuffle them. You've got them face down, and then in a real-time element, you reveal the top tile. So you've got 2 tiles to choose from, and those tiles are the machines. And the machines have, I think it's like normally 2 inputs and 1 output. So it might have a red input and a green input and a yellow output, and you have to supply those machines with fluid. So if it's a red and a green input, you have to put a red and a green vat to that machine.
Either next to it or
via pipes. Yeah. And then you have a vat to collect the outgoing, or you put the outgoing to another machine later on in the game, because you can kind of supply other machines. Yeah, it's already confusing. And the tile, the machine that you select, has a score on it. So let's say it's 8. So if you choose the 8 machine, that will score you 8 points, less the amount of tiles and or reservoirs and or vats and or pipes that you connect to that machine to get it legally placed.
Be a minus score.
Yeah, well, happens a lot. Yeah, because you have to run a massive line of pipes around from a different reservoir that you've already placed. Whatever. So that is the point of the game, is that you're trying to score.
Spaghetti junction, isn't it?
It's kind of like points, but it's called money, so it's like 1,000, so £1,000, $1,000, whatever. So you've got a score sheet that you start on 0 or 1, and every machine you score, as I say, if it's an 8 and you put 4 pipes to it to action it, you score 4 points. So 8 minus 4,
4,000.
yeah, 4,000. Yeah. The real-time element is a little bit tricksy, in as much as so you reveal the tile from the top of your stack to everyone. Oh, I think I quite like that one, and you snatch it as quick as you can, because obviously it's going to match your layout so far, or the reservoirs you've got available, whatever.
Yeah.
And
Bit of pressure there.
Yeah, in a 2-player game, the first person to get it gets it, and the second player takes whatever's left, and they get a +1 little kind of chit, which enables them at the end of that round they get an extra point. Yeah. In a higher player count, there's a minus as well. Yeah, so the first person to take the tile gets a -1, and then the people in the middle get nothing, and then the person last gets the +1. So that's the kind of extra sort of little catch-up device. And then you kind of lay in your own time. Then it is real time, but in your own time and on your own board, in a solitaire fashion, you put your machine down, and you have to legally connect it. So there are certain rules. You can't have a loop of a colour. You can't sort of just endlessly machine, like a kind of perpetual motion machine of colour around 2 machines. You have to have like a supply and vat go into a colour. If you supply another machine from a machine,
the number needs to be
the same or higher. Yeah. So for instance, if you've got a machine, if you've got a machine that has got
Used
if you've got a machine that's got an input of 1, you could supply that with an output from a machine of 1 or 2 or 3.
Yeah, but not
You couldn't.
2
Yeah, if you had
three.
an input machine of 2, you couldn't supply it with an output of 1 from
It's
another
not
machine.
enough.
It's not enough to power it. Sort
Makes sense, but at the time when it's like, what am I doing? What?
Well, at the time, when you're selecting the tile, that's the worst part, because you kind of think, oh, that looks really good for me, and then oh no, I can't really supply that machine efficiently. So there are a couple of kind of get out options, aren't there, where you can kind of, well, I'll just
You can pass
if you can do that, that's like a bonus,
you get minus
a penalty, of
2,
-2, I think, yeah.
If you don't use one.
But that is the crux of the game, really, is that you're just trying to connect.
Fitting into your Tetris like a puzzle.
It's a relatively small factory floor.
Yeah.
You can't go off the edge. Anything you place,
quite quickly, I think.
anything you place has to be on a full hex. There are little hexes on the tile floor. You can't kind of go off on one of the half hexes on the edge. So almost all of the edge of the board.
Again to go around corners. And
yeah,
stuff.
almost all of the edge of the board is kind of.
I do like the pipes.
Not available.
I do like the big pile of pipe work and the different shapes. It's got quite good. It's quite a good supply of different shapes, and I quite like thinking of which trail of pipes I can put where.
Yeah, because
I like that bit.
Further you get into the game, you can kind of just, let's say for instance you've got 2 machines and you've connected them with a straight pipe, and then further in the game you kind of put another machine slightly off to the side. You can then change that pipe to like a forked pipe, so it supplies it supplies 2 machines if you've got enough power in the output, and so on. So that is quite clever. So the way that works really is if you take a pipe off, that's free. But then obviously you put another pipe down to replace it. That pipe costs you 1.
1 off your score.
So pretty much every time you put a tile or a pipe or a reservoir or whatever, when you put that down on the board, that costs you 1, and that comes off the value of that tile. So taking them off is fine. You can later on think, oh, actually, I'm gonna take that one off and go around that bend and go this way, or switch it right. So you can take them off for free anytime you like. Pipes and reservoirs and vats. You can't take the machines off.
Oh yeah.
You can rotate vats and things like that, and pipes. You can do all that stuff. Again, it costs you 1, but you can't move the machines once they're in place. And so that is the trick of the game.
You score after your 8 rounds.
Yeah. Oh, you get little bonuses as well. So if if a machine supplies another machine, so if you've got a 3 go into a 2, woohoo! You've powered that machine with another machine. That's great.
It's like
you get
saving,
a little bonus.
saving
a reservoir of having to feed it for nothing, sort of thing. So the machine feeds a machine. If you do that, you've got a little sort of clear plastic tiddlywink that you kind of put it over the input of the machine that you've supplied from the other machine, and the number of dots is times 3k, 3 points, 3,000. Yeah. So if you've got a 2 dot being supplied by another machine, you put a little tiddlywink on it. At the end of the game, all the little tiddlywinks are added up. So if you've got a 2 dot with a tiddlywink on it, it's 2 times 3, 6,000 extra, so 6k, 6 points. And that is that you can kind of build those up quite a bit. You sort of 4, 5, 6 of those on your board at the end of the game, and you get quite a few points extra at the tail end of the game. So that's it. Very simple concept.
It sounds simple, and it sounds like I would like
the setup simple, the concept simple, the delivery is simple, the way that it plays is simple. The difficulty is fitting those things on your board, and literally you've got this kind of machine that you put down, and it's got a green going this way and a blue going that way, but on your board those things are going the opposite direction, and you're like, oh no, I'm stuck with this. I've got a massive pipe sort of line that has to feed these things, and can I even fit it in, and do I fit it there, and what? Oh, it's really, really tricksy on the mind.
But to me, it doesn't feel much fun.
Well, this is it. So let's get to the scores now. So that's how it plays. That's how it works. Really lovely production.
Yeah,
I really like it. It looks great.
Yeah,
it really works well.
It just for me, it falls flat a bit. I don't know why.
After every tile, we were playing this a couple of times a few weeks ago, and then we played it before this review. Yeah. Every time we finished a round, you said we haven't fun yet, because you weren't really, were you?
Yeah, it's like hard work for me.
I
can understand. Like it's satisfying when you get your pipes and it all works and it's fine. But it wasn't. I compare it to My City.
Right.
Yeah, because you've got your own board.
Sort of Tetris laying game again.
Squeeze things in.
Agreed. Very similar.
Much prefer My City, obviously, and it's better for the theme. I think the theme. I can see the theme being the factory floor.
Oh, I like the theme. I think
Do
that,
you?
I think it's a really good theme. It works well. I think it's
I like the names of the machines.
yeah.
There's like a meepleizer, makes little
These little
meeples.
meeples. Yeah, there's all different names on
Yeah, I do
machines,
like
so they're
them. I
quite
like
cute.
the pipes. So it's okay. It's not my favourite game.
No, I see why you don't like it, but I kind of don't understand why you don't like it really in a way because. I get frustrated with it as well. I agree with you
Yeah.
100% on that frustration, kind of what is going on, brain burny thing.
Yeah.
But I am very satisfied with it. I like it. It's got that kind of tactile
I think
tiling.
every time I get a new machine, it takes me a second to think like, right, the output is 3, but the inputs are 2 and 2. Right, that's green, and it takes me a while to figure out what I'm actually doing.
I
every
wonder
time.
I wonder if you played maybe 4 or 5 games in a row. If I could push you to that, I doubt it very much. Whether you'd start to get in the flow of
Bring
it.
a
You know
bottle
what
of
I mean?
wine.
Do you know what I mean? It's kind of
Yeah, maybe.
it
Saying
literally.
it's fresh every time.
Yeah, it kind of literally. Oh, what is it we're doing again? It's kind of, although it's obvious, but it is because the arrows. There's little arrows on the inputs and the outputs, so you know which way the flow is going. But it's just kind of like, what have I got to do again? It's not hard.
Frustrating, but it's not like for me. It's not as it's leaning more to the frustrating rather than fun.
Yeah.
Like my city, it's a bit like.
So,
where am I gonna put this tree?
so for me, factory funner. For you, factory frustrating.
Yeah, factory not so fun.
Stick with that alliteration then.
Factory fun.
Frustrating. Okay, so
Scores.
scores we've not discussed as usual.
Every time.
Yeah, I mean it's not going to be like in my top 10s, 8s, 9s. 10s, 8s, 9s. That's a valid thing, not 10s, 9s, 8s. 10s, 8s, 9s, 10, 7, 6, 5, 8s. So that's what I wanted to be good at this game. I will give it a. Actually, I'll have a ponder. You
No, I was going to balance
you were going to
mine on
ponder.
yours.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm going to give it
a 7.
A 7. Oh, okay.
7.5.
Oh my god.
7.5.
7.5.
Yeah, I like it. I might try it as a solo game. See how I like
I'll
it.
give it
You can play it
a
as a solo.
6.
Yeah, you can play it.
Because it's okay.
6,
Yeah.
7.5, 13.5. I'm going to play this a few times as a solo game
You're welcome to it.
because because
See ya.
because it is a puzzle solo game anyway. Really,
It is
isn't it?
one
It's
to
just
5
that.
players.
It's just that
It
real
might be better with
time.
more players.
Yeah, maybe. It's just well, I reckon it'd be worse. It's
It
just that real.
It works okay with 2.
Yeah.
Though. It
Oh,
works
yeah,
well
yeah.
with 2. If you like this.
But what I don't like about this, I think, is that real time element where you have to take the tile that is going to suit you the best,
pressure.
and you're so busy, kind of, and then somebody nabs it, and you're like, what? Oh, and then you got to look at the other one. Well, if there were more players, you'd be looking at the others as
Better
well.
with the other one we played. It's like the patchwork one where there's like a choice of 3, and you take 1 each, and then one of you takes 2. When we played at the board game cafe.
Oh, framework.
Framework.
Yeah.
There's 3, and you can choose
Mm, yeah,
one of you
yeah.
takes 2, one of you
Yeah,
takes
because it's a
1.
similar sort of thing, isn't it? It's joining up the sort of tiles to make.
Yeah.
That's
something-
pipes, isn't it? It's frames.
frames,
That's right. It's
yeah.
frames. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. But there we are.
6,
So
yeah, 6 and 7.
yes and no. 6, 7 and a half.
13
I
and a
like
half.
it. If you like this kind of quite intense, puzzly sorts of games, this is really
Yeah,
good.
it's not like a storyline theme or anything like that.
No.
It's more of a puzzle game.
It's a really
If
nicely
you like
produced
puzzle
game.
games, Tetris.
This version, I mean, I don't know. I've seen other versions, so I guess it's a different producer. But this version, it says crowd-funded crowdfunner edition from Quali publisher. This is a nice version, but the
let us know
actual.
as well what if you disagree with me. If you actually think it's
Yeah,
good.
or disagree with me. Even.
Yeah,
Okay, so there you go. Factory Fun-ish.
Factory Fun-ish.
13.5. Well, hopefully this has been helpful for you.
Yes.
um,
Let us know.
I'm not sure how available it is. Obviously, try and track it down if you like the
Mm.
idea of it. And hopefully this has
There you
been
go.
helpful. Thanks, guys.
Have a game on your own then.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we'll see you on the next one. We'll try and do some more videos
Yes.
as soon as possible. Just been bit busy. Lot busy.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you soon. Take care. Thanks for watching. See you on the next
Bye-bye.
one. Bye.